Hello everybody, welcome to the Sportia stream. It's nice to see you all. Hopefully everybody's having an amazing night. It's going to stay that way as we've got one match for you, one match planned for tonight. Skyward series match, a fun match. A match with two teams, both 1 and 2, both trying to improve on their records here in the All-Star 3v3s. It's Soul Thieves Team Execute Academy. And again, a match like this, it's... All of these teams, they've had pretty bad starts to their seasons. I hate to say that. I don't like to ever say that about teams, but these teams have not done well. Soul Thieves, their only win being a forfeit win. And for Execute, losses against teams, a team that was predicted to do so well. They were considered the #1 team, the best team before the start of the season. Now, as we're approaching near towards the middle of it, they're not even close to the top 5. They're not even in contention for that top 5. They're not even close to it. In fact, they're barely clinging on to what could be a spot in the wild card. And the fact of the matter is, again, a team that has been predicted to do so well and to start off this poorly. Execute Academy going to need to start to pick things up, or else they're going to be left in the dust here. Soul Thieves, only one spot below them. This could be a very close series, but again, for both these teams, seasons that they'd like to turn around in their favor, they still have time. That's the nice thing about it. This is only week 4, and the regular season, I believe, is a 10-week venture. Yeah, it's a 10-week venture. So these teams all have 10 matches to take place, maybe 9 if they have a forfeit, like Execute Academy has later this season. I think like Soul Thieves that just had as well earlier this season. They've had forfeits to help them out, but again, if you want to get into the playoffs, you gotta put in the work. You gotta get the results that can do it. And so far, both these teams, it has not been that way. It has been the exact opposite of that. It has been rough seasons, and unfortunately for Execute Academy, I've seen more of their matches, and it has not looked pretty. Let me tell you, it has been ugly matches to say the least. They have had a very tough time when it comes to competing here in this league. Again, they're trying to change things to benefit them, but it's going to be tough. As again, we're just going to wait for all the teams here to be ready. As everybody is here in the lobby, we'll be good to go. As again, while that's happening, just want to say again, thank you all so much for supporting the stream. If you guys are sticking around, this will be the only series of the night. Again, it's a best of 5, but it should be an exciting one. If not, well, I mean, it will be exciting some way or another. If it doesn't go the distance, yeah, one of these teams definitely will be extremely happy with that. But I want to see Game 5. Execute Academy have actually been to Game 5 before, back in Week 1 against Unknown Aerith, one of the best teams in this league. They took them to Game 5. It was a tough series for them, but other than that, and then a sweep win over Radiance Phantoms, they've not. Again, it's been a season that they are hoping to turn around in their favor. This is the midway point. This could be the turning point. This has to be the turning point for a lot of these kind of teams. You want to really compete in the top of the league, you gotta start winning soon. Well, so you're just going to be behind. That doesn't mean you're going to be out. Still a lot of ways for you to get in. Again, there's a whole wildcard system that you could be playing through, and a lot of teams you play through that get into that top bracket. They don't find themselves with any issues. They play extremely well with those extra few weeks under their belts. But of course, no one wants to be there. Everybody wants to make it to. Everybody wants to make it to not qualified to the top bracket, because generally those teams are still the ones who win, even though they have, again, a few weeks off, watching the wildcard teams below them. Again, they're still the top teams for a reason. Just again, we gotta wait for these teams. As soon as they're ready, you'll be getting this series underway. Prediction poll is up, by the way, so what do you think will win? Do you think it will be Soul Thieves or Execute Academy? Yeah, again, just betting on both these teams here. Let's see if anybody's gotten some votes going in here. Again, make sure to vote. If you don't vote for someone, you could be missing out on winning a lot. We're just gonna wait for them, from both. Again, we have a lot of time before they actually have to join the lobby. We'll go in game though, to see what's going on here. Sasak, who do I think is the better team? That's a good question. Unfortunately, it's a very tough answer to make. As AppBeats with the follow. Thank you, AppBeats. As again, the difference for these teams is only a single game. Execute Academy, currently their game differential is 0. Soul Thieves is -1. So, and both these teams, their wins came in sweeps. Again, the win for Soul Thieves was a forfeit. Thanks for casting your match out yesterday? Of course, of course. Which match were you? Who were you, AppBeats? I don't recognize your name. You must have a different in-game name than I would know you from. Were you in the 100x35 white or versus 6 figures match, or GHE gold versus animosity? You're Chrono! Ah, you're Chronista. Hello, Chronista. Yeah, congratulations on your win yesterday. Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining along. Again, we got another matchup. It's... Oh, hello, Flip Out. I guess that's Flip Out's new phrase, as well as their new player here. Again, Execute Academy. A lot of people expect them to be the best team in this league. And, it makes sense they've added a player, especially after the surprise disbanding of Radiance Gold. They're not going to miss out on that possibility of getting a new player, seeing if something new changes out. Does mean that Ruby's not going to be here, but... Well, Ruby's here, he's just in the chat. It means that someone has to sit out for this team, but... Again, they're just trying out new things here, seeing what works. You can't really blame them for it. As, again, we're just going to wait and see when both these teams are getting in. Again, that's Execute Academy with their new 4th player in Ender. Again, he was a player of Radiance Gold. Radiance Gold team that split up unexpectedly in the middle of the season. They're a really strong team. A lot of really good players. And yet, again, they had some issues behind the scenes that caused them to split. Now all their players moving into different rosters here. Again, it's really exciting. So many different teams like this. We're just going to see. We're just going to see how long it takes for these guys to join. They shouldn't take too long. We'll just be waiting on them here. Just waiting on both the teams. As soon as they're both in, we'll be good to go. Again, prediction poll is closed. That means now we're waiting on Soul Thieves here. Again, as soon as they join, this best of 5 series will start up. Again, all of you here, thank you for joining this Bodia stream. These teams are 1 and 2, only a single game that's separating them in the bracket. If the season ended right now, Execute Academy would be in as the number 12 seed. They are currently ranked number 12, Soul Thieves number 13 in the rankings. That's why I can't say who's going to win this. But if I had to make a prediction, again, I don't know how Soul Thieves play, and I've only, actually, out of these two teams, I've only seen Execute Academy, and I've seen them a good amount. But with this change, you know things are not going the way Execute Academy wanted it to. This first game will be really telling. Again, I can't make any predictions. I don't know Soul Thieves that well. Again, if I had to make a guess, I don't know. That's the sad thing. Don't curse them, Ruby. I can't make any promises, man. You know I'm good at caster cursing. I do it a good amount. Although, ironically, it's worse whenever I have a co-caster. It's always worse whenever I have a co-caster, because it's always the co-caster who says it. That's not just like me deflecting. That's me saying what happens. It's always the co-caster, and especially if it's like Crouton. Crouton Dust is really good at caster cursing on this stream specifically. I don't know why, but he's very good at it. But, again, I can't make any promises, but I'll try my hardest, Ruby. Just don't say anything? Got it, Ruby. Yeah, I'll just not do my my job here. No, of course I'm gonna have to do it. But anyways, Here we go, game one. This will be really telling to see which team is playing better right now. The new Team Execute Academy with Ender added in versus Soul Thieves, who are looking to attack from below in the charts. Best of 5 series underway. Here we go. And already a goal from Bolts 6 seconds in. I didn't now get to say anything there. And Soul Thieves already catching Captain on a very weak touch. He can't get back to it. Bolts will challenge here, and already Soul Thieves out on top. One of the issues I do know that Execute Academy have is just chemistry overall. Had it back when Ruby played with them in their last couple weeks. Now with Ender, that's not going to make things any easier for them. When they have zero experience with Ender, but again, it's a team that I think if they had the chemistry, they'd be at the top of the boards. They have such a talented lineup. In a way, I felt like the Radiance Gold at the start of the season, a talented lineup, but just didn't have what it took. They couldn't work together. But for Radiance Gold, it was more of a problem of the players not being able to formulate a playstyle that could work. Execute Academy, it's just not the chemistry they want, as again, maybe this new lineup will change things. For both these teams, a loss here will be devastating to them, going down to 1-3 in their records. Will not make things easy for these guys. Again, going into this, getting further into this, in this group stage. At some point, these teams, with enough losses, you have to just not consider yourself a team that will make it on auto qualifying to the top 8. Instead, you just got to think of yourself as a team that can make it into the wild card, and you don't ever want to be in that situation. But at some point, most likely one, if not both of these teams, will have to consider that. As Execute Academy trying to score the way back, but so far the midfield closed for business by Soul Thieves. Flip out. Clears it, and oh my goodness, he won't get back here. No, he will. Inch off the back wall. Bolts. 50-50. Flip out now. On target. Sarvok saves. Captain. Follow up. That's a lobber. In front. Still on the line. No challenge coming. Ender didn't know that the ball was going to sit there. Execute Academy close, but just not close enough. Now another 50-50. This time from Ender. Ender couldn't get the follow-up touch. There's a miss from Captain. Flip out. And now back the other way by Soul Thieves. It's really a back and forth game so far. No one taking the real big chances here. We're seeing shooting opportunities, but so far both these teams, it feels like they're both waiting for the other to make a mistake. And when you don't take chances, that's just not going to happen. Who is going to push when it's most needed? Flip out. It's past Ryza, but Bolts now. Bolts looking for a second for his team. In front. Follow up from Sarvok. Won't be there in time. And now a transition. Execute Academy. Up goes Cap. Ender. Oh, wait. No one got contact there. Sarvok will clear. Again, it's just kind of a slow-moving game here. These teams just feel like they just don't possess the offense that they want, or maybe they just don't have what it takes here right now for offense. Again, it's only game one. Both these teams trying to warm themselves up to the series, but it's taking them a while here. Only one goal scored so far this game, and it's surprising, especially for Execute, not to actually be on the scoreboard. They have the talent to get goals on their own if they need to. Of course, I can't discredit the defense of Soul Thieves, who have been extremely strong so far at making sure they get to every touch that they need to. Captain, Demo, removing the player in front, and Ryza misses! Ender! Oh my goodness, that didn't go in! Execute Academy! You know that one bouncing on the goal line was close. Let's get even closer. Ender with the chance right in front. That surely should have been a goal there. And yet, it stays out. Still, offense from Execute. Flip out. Dunks by Ryza. Bolts. Misses. Captain. Through the midfield. He could follow up this touch as well. Bolts will beat him out to it, but Bolts with no boost. Ender. Dribbles. In front. Cleared over Flip Out's head. Now Cap. Vilvok waiting here. Maybe a little too much. Cap with the pinch. Flip outs. Misses. And Ryza will touch this one. Sovok now with the second play. And Ryza, he's gonna beat out Captain here. Oh my goodness, Captain gets to it just in time. Sovok. Off the back wall. No follow-up play coming. Ender just able to get that boost there, and now maybe a team pinch. That's what they're going for. It will end up nowhere. Soul Thieves still leading by a single goal. The only goal scored. Captain trying to tie it up late here. 50! He does it! 3 seconds left! Execute Academy! And under some of the wildest circumstances here, this might have been their only chance they had to score back in the last seconds. And it's Captain who's been really the only player pushing forward for them. A massive goal here to tie things up late in game 1. Captain now. Maybe Zero! Oh, it hits the goal line! Oh my goodness, he almost stole that one from under Soul Thieves' noses. But the ball will hit the ground right before it was going to go in. No goal. Still looking for offense. Slow roller. Ender wanted to control this. Now he's hitting it backwards. Flip outs. Waiting. Maybe a little too much here. Captain clears it. And Ryza. Ender will get the save. Flip outs. Trying to find an outplay here. Soul Thieves holding the midfield like they've done so many times this game. Again, this just feels like it's going to be a test of who can just hold on longer. Both these teams have shown that they have offense, but not great offense. As the shooting for both these teams has been, well, it's left a lot to be desired, to say the least. Captain. Maybe a chance. Sovok. Now flip outs. That could have been the goal there if he put it on target. No one was ready for him. Again, missed opportunities like that. That can hurt a team like Execute Academy. Captain now. Quick play. Bolts. Keeps it up. Flip out to the side. Sovok will clear it away. Down to the corner. Now they can wait a little bit. Past a minute in overtime. Captain looking to end it here. Looking for Ender. Sovok. Flip out. Another chance on that same side. He can't put it on target. I know he's trying to. He definitely wanted to shoot that one. Couldn't hit the mark. There's now Captain. Flip reset as well. He'll use it. He gets over Bolts with it. Flip outs. That's a light shot. Both these teams just tugging at each other. Who's going to give out? Open backfield. Sovok getting back. Just enough on it to prevent Ender from actually putting a shot there that would have probably been a goal had he got it. Is now in front. Bolts save. Follow up. Not coming in. Ryza saves his team from what was an imminent disaster. Miss in Ryza. Infield. Captain. Again, leading his team right now in this game. He feels like the only one from Execute Academy who's really pushing so aggressively, getting these big plays. He got the necessary one to tie it up. Now he's getting bumped in Ryza. Another weak shot, this time from Soul Thieves. And right now, it's just a frustrating game for both these teams. Bolts has lost connection. That's not going to make things nice for Soul Thieves. Now they have to play a 2v3 until Bolts gets back. Or until someone scores. But with how, well they've been playing, they can keep it. But the problem is, Bolts is such a midfield facilitator for this team. Execute Academy, you make the most of the situation, albeit a very unfortunate situation here for Soul Thieves. Execute Academy. Flip outs. Looking to pass towards Captain, but goes nowhere. Sovok bumped away by Ender. Getting back is in Ryza, a flip out shot, and Ryza can't get to it. And Execute Academy over 3 minutes in overtime. Finally, the goal to end it, as they fought so hard. Flip out with the floater right over in Ryza. And although it comes off of weird situations, we're gonna get a server. Maybe that's the issue that Bolts is having. It's not that terrible, but I guess it's not great either for them. We'll get them a new server, don't worry. Again, we're going to make sure that the first point goes to Execute Academy again. Now we wait to see if Bolts will be able to join back. Again, he was having he lost connection midway through that overtime. Unfortunately, that caused them to lose here. Again, we're gonna see if Bolts can get back in here. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake there. I made a mistake. I need to fix something. I accidentally set it, I think, to the wrong servers. No, it wasn't. No, it was the map rotation. I'm gonna get you guys the map rotation. I know I forgot about that. I know it's a little thing, but it matters to me, okay? If Flip Out's listening to this, buddy, same lobby info, by the way. I need to find you if I can message you, Flip Out. Where are you? I know you're in my DM somewhere. There you are. Everybody's back. Good to see, good to know. Oh, and then we want to get into it immediately. That's fine. Now let me know if the lobby's better. If it's good, I should say. Not if it's better. It could be better, but it could still be bad. So, we'll see. Game 2 here. It looks like it might be a little better. Who knows? But now, middle of the game here. Captain 50-50 with Bolts. Ender jumping Bolts off the back wall, trying to challenge it up, but couldn't do so. Sovok now off the back wall. And although it was a disconnect that ultimately led to the downfall of Soul Thieves in Game 1, they can't be mad about the performance. It wasn't what they'd want, especially from offense, when you only score one goal that you're bound to lose. But they can't be mad about it either. They definitely did well at halting the forward momentum of Execute Academy. And they just do it again, this time hitting some better shots. There's now, a double demo from Flip Out. Ender has a lot of space to use here. Towards the net. That will be a goal, and Ryza was nowhere to be seen. And Execute Academy score first in Game 2. A double demo cleared the way, and Ryza, I don't know if he didn't notice that it was happening, or if he was expecting his teammates to spawn in time, but either of those were the case. Execute Academy strike first. Without seeing any complaints, looks like this game might be a lot better. We'll see, though. Captain now. Did he do it then, Ryza? Bouncing off the corner, Bolts. Trying to collect it, but Sovok there as well. Execute Academy. We're willing to challenge. We're seeing Flip Out going for more demo plays, trying to force this defense of Soul Thieves to open up a little more. Oh my goodness. Big challenge there. It wasn't even on the ball, it was on the bump there from Captain. Execute Academy noticed that the offensive issues that they had last game, and now they're trying to fix them. Here comes Ender for 2! For 2! Execute Academy strike again. This time it's Ender once again, but off of a great pass from Captain. We'll lead the way. He'll also get that challenge on Bolts to force him to jump awkwardly. Execute Academy trying to display some dominance in this series. Game 2, a much better start than they did in Game 1. Reminder, Game 1 only went to overtime because of that goal from Captain, 3 seconds left in the game. Well, he's been playing pretty well so far this series. His teammates needed to show up, and they have for Game 2. It's been Flip Out and Ender. Flip Out with the bump plays, Ender with the incredible shooting. Although I say that, and then we just had a shot hit off the post. Soul Thieves. And they answer back. Ender. Sovok trying to put it back on. Bout will get this one away. Bolts. Venture. Line Flip Out off the corner. Sovok. Ryza through the back wall, but Flip Out trying to get the clear. Bolts back the other way. Looking for a second touch, but Captain can read the slow-moving ball. Execute Academy. Get rid of that danger. Ender already on 2 goals, looking for a third in front for Captain. That one stuffed by 2 players challenging from Soul Thieves. Soul Thieves right now. There's a chance actually from both. That just goes in, isn't it? Yeah, that's just going to go in. I mean, of anything to expect from that 50-50. I knew he was going to win it just by how he positioned himself, but They go in off that play. What a strange challenge that is. And I mean, you can see it from the Execute Academy players. No one thought that was going to be what happened there. Team just come out of nowhere. Well, just like that, Soul Thieves making this game more interesting. Only one goal away from tying it. There's still 2 minutes to be played. About looking to answer back in front for Captain. Captain rolling slowly. It will be his goal. Soul Thieves, they just got a goal back, and already Execute Academy. They're not happy with that, so they're going to make sure they keep that 2-goal lead. Keep their cushion. And they keep themselves in a strong standing here. Bolts, Captain to clear it back though. And Ryza jumping, he's awkward there, but he'll get to the ball in time. Zovak, fake maybe, flip out. He'd bite at that challenge, but Ender now. Old tap in the corner, Bolts with the clear away. Captain though, back on. Zovak will stop it. Flip out. Off the sidewall, Zovak's missed. Soul Thieves just cannot break out right now. Again, it was Soul Thieves who had the stronger midfield last game, but in this game, everything has changed to favor Execute Academy. A more demo-heavy team, a more challenge-heavy team. They don't seem as nervous as they were in Game 1. And already, it's definitely a better outlook. Execute Academy playing more fearlessly. You see the benefit that it has. Although I still feel like there's not enough utilization of all 3 players. It's definitely better, though, than the timid playstyle they had in Game 1, although things could change in front. And Ryza with not enough boost to challenge that. And right now, Soul Thieves caught just being slower right now, the 2 teams here. And Ryza gets through 2 here. Oh, but a touch there from Ender, that's just going to delete any offense that they could have gotten there from Soul Thieves. Now, Execute Academy set up on defense. That touch from Ender. Redirects. The ball's not going to go. It's not going to change who the ball goes to, but it does change how it does it and how fast it does. And that's all that matters in that situation. Making sure that Soul Thieves just don't get the ball in time. Keeping them away. Execute Academy here. With an enjoyable game too. Now only 1 away from a sweep, trying to do to Soul Thieves what they did to Radiant's Phantoms, ironically another team based off of a ghost. I guess are Souls ghosts? Not really. That is game 2. And again, still Captain on the top leaderboard. Makes sense. He's been effective everywhere on offense. Seems like, you know, without Ruby in this matchup, Captain's been kind of filling in that role, and he's done a pretty good job at doing so. Flip out, bringing in some demo plays. Ender with more goals. His shooting accuracy helped him out in that game, and now this team only 1 away from winning this series. All Execute Academy need is to win on DFH Stadium, and they can rest a little easier. Of course, there's still a lot of work to be done. If they, uh-oh. There you go. If they, want to, you know, win the series, they still have to play this game. It's still not going to be easy. Soul Thieves have not been shut out in any game yet. Although last game was a lot better for Execute Academy, Soul Thieves can still respond here. There's now Bolts. Look to the back wall. Ender will say, but in front for Zovak. Ender made a bad play there. Zovak is literally right in front of the nets, and I mean, he'll take that. It's served straight up to him. Ender, he knew that was a mistake as soon as he made that touch. He knew it was too heavy of a touch. He wanted to control it. In that situation, it might just be easier just to go towards the corner. Execute Academy now have to answer back for that error. Flip out. He's actually faked out one here. Now past Bolts towards that he can score this. And Ryza, the only one there to challenge. Soul Thieves. We're looking for what would be their first game of the series. Imagine if they won game 1, how things could have changed in this series. And it could be a whole lot different in this game if Execute Academy didn't take that game 1 off of the back of Captain. Now, speaking of Captain in front, in Ryza. There to deny the play. Flip outs. Second touch off the back wall. It's Ender to challenge Bolts. This one bouncing. Flip out. Wide. Bolts can't read it. Sovok with a free challenge here. Captain, though, retains possession now. Looking across for Ender. A bit too telegraphed of the play there from Cap, and Ender... Oh, he'll get a pinch off of that, but the pass itself wasn't all that creative. Ender now in front. Captain, infield. Oh, that could have been a goal there. Ender with a beautiful pass. Captain, what should have been a goal, really. You don't want to miss those kind of situations. And now our Captain missing this one. Offense. Soul Thieves will keep it. His Bolts. The Captain off the ceiling, off the back wall, trying to get the second. XG Academy didn't challenge him. Maybe a bit fortunate that he didn't have any boost in that play to actually get the shot, but never want to rely on that kind of situation. As now, Soul Thieves really pounding the ball off that back wall. Again, it feels like they're waiting for mistakes here from Execute Academy. Unfortunately, Execute Academy, as long as they're playing their game and their playstyle how they want to, you won't be seeing them make too many errors, but here's a chance. They have a lot of players committed. Bolts off the back wall. Sovok, Ender got to the back wall, clambered, had to clamber right off of it. They get the save and keeps it within one. Captain. Team bump. Ender still saved. But a demo on the way out here. Flip out. Ender, he might have wanted to get a touch there, but instead chose against it. Flip out off the sidewall. In front. Two players commits. Weak shot. Sovok will save. But the follow-up. Oh, flip out. Flipped away from it. He flipped out of the way of the ball. And Execute Academy. Another chance they could have scored on. It's not like they're getting... They're losing this game, and it's not because they're not getting their chances. Flip out. Oh, he just shot that one over. Ender. Miscommunication. Now Soul Thieves get a counter. Save. Follow-up from Enriza not coming. Sovok here. Oh, it pings off the post. Soul Thieves. That close to leading by 2. Oh, what a shot, though! Ah, Sovok! Welcome to geometry class. We gotta calculate the angle of this one. How in the world did he score that? My goodness. With how many easier shots we've seen these guys miss, I did not think that would go in, but, I mean, at some point someone was going to score in this game. Oh, Execute Academy looking to answer back. Sovok will save. Flip out. To the back wall, saved by Sovok. He'll get the boost, but still in front. Flip out trying to get the dunk. Execute Academy starting to panic here. As the offense, what was so good for them last game, is now dissipated in this one. Both Thieves have made the changes that they need to. Oh, but what a clear, and Riza there in time. Captain, though, another one. This one, easy to read for Sovok, and right now, Execute Academy just playing too close to Soul Thieves. If they can find some space between them and Soul Thieves, primarily in that 18-yard box, or maybe or more likely a little outside of that 18-yard box, Soul Thieves don't really challenge that place very well, or very often. Execute Academy wants to get right in front of their faces. Right now, you can see that just isn't working, because Soul Thieves are challenging everything that's coming right at them. Instead of Execute Academy and just give themselves a little bit of distance, they'll find so much success on these shots that they have. But Soul Thieves right now leading in this game, and I think it will stay that way for its entirety. In Riza. Bolts. That touch should secure Game 3, the first game win for Soul Thieves. Game 1 got stolen. Game 2, they had no chance. Game 3, though. Game 3, they finally cracked the code of Execute Academy. There's still a long way to go for them as well. They need to win the next 2 games as well. They need to create a reverse sweep. Something that is not seen often on this stream. But yet, they have started the chance for that. They'll be very happy with that performance. They have played a calm, collected playstyle, and they really made sure to just prevent Execute Academy from hitting those really close-up chances. Again, for Execute Academy, if they want to make those changes, the best change they could make is shooting from longer range. Because it wasn't that they didn't have shots and they didn't have opportunities. They definitely did. They had many of them. But they were just too close to that blue net. I think their offense will benefit so much more if they just push themselves a little further away from it. Take more shots outside of the immediate vicinity of the net. Here we go, Utopia Coliseum Dusk. Again, HQ Academy will have multiple chances to win this series. This one might be one of their strongest. You don't want to go to Game 3. So many teams that go to Game 3 in the position like Execute Academy is in. Sorry, go to Game 5. The position like Execute Academy is in. Wind up starting off slow because of the momentum. Yes, when Execute Academy still have a good amount of momentum going for them, but they could lose it all here if things don't go their way. If they don't create the chances and they aren't able to finish them off. Bolts. Execute Academy players in the corner here, and they need to be careful. But they can clear the ball out. Sohavok missing. Bolts. Down the field. Bolts now. Play in front. Oh, that could have been a chance there. Soul Thieves. Bolts with the passing play potential. No one was on the end of it. Zenriza. Finding some space. Flip outs will hit it away from him. And now Sohavok's missed. Bolts back. He's got to be careful. Captain will challenge. Flip out. Off the sidewall. No one there for Execute Academy. Here's a chance for Ender, though. And again, hitting the ball towards that back wall. It's been covered thoroughly by Soul Thieves. Execute Academy are not going to find opportunities there, but they will from this shot from Flip Out. And, I mean, this is what they need. They need to shoot from longer distance, although, in a situation like that, that is just a really well-placed shot. No clue. I have no clue how he was able to fit that. Because the net seemed covered in its entirety. Soul Thieves had everything covered down there, and yet Flip Out still found a way to score. And Rise looking to capitalize on the way back. Bolts. Soul Thieves. And Execute is going to go for the team pinch. And that one, that doesn't even hit off the ceiling. That's a beautiful team pinch. It's slow. It's high up. It goes a good amount of distance. You have to appreciate that. Bolts, no. With a ceiling! Wait! Oh, he's missed it! It still goes in, though! Bolts wanted the ceiling shot. He got it. He had a perfect setup there for it. And even though he didn't connect in the end, Flip Out still bid on him getting it. Soul Thieves will find the way back. Cap off the sidewall. Flip Out now, keeping it in the offense, and Ryza holding it close, can dribble its way down. Execute Academy. A lack of a midfield presence so far as, again, it's felt like it's one player after the other just moving up and not a whole team. Feels like they always have two players back on defense, and the Soul Thieves, they're the reason that Execute Academy is doing that. Because they're taking the boost, they're making them awkward, they're limiting their offense to short bursts of excitement. But here comes the demos. Flip Out with one cabin. Dunked by Bolts. Execute Academy retreating already. But not so fast. Ender will stop it. Captain, drop down. Sohavok can't reach it. And it's Execute Academy to take the lead back in their favor. Tying goal from Bolts was strong, but Captain here with a way to answer back. I don't believe he's scored yet, except I don't think he's scored ever since, like, middle of Game 2. But he's back. And he's going to be vital for this team, Captain. He's playing well. He's really, again, the keystone of this team. He is that player that's keeping the offense intact for them. Because now he's bumped Sohavok. Challenged away by Flip Out. Now it's off the sidewall here. Flip Out keeping it, challenging it. Past one, looking for a bump on two. Just wide, Bolts now. Solo play, he'll be bumped before he gets any chance on it. And now it's hit high, and Ryza down to Bolts, infield. Off the back wall, bold second. That's off the crossbar. In Ryza, weak. Players flopping all over the place. Execute Academy struggled there. But it'll be a struggle that they can win in the end. Still, though, awkward as they just cannot seem to read what Soul Thieves are trying to play against them. Soul Thieves, offense, crazy. Ender with an insane touch there. And now, transitioning the other way is Captain. Invyza demoed. Ender can't read it. Sovok also can't read it. It's Rift Central here. No one can hit the ball. As now flip out. Oh, that might be a rough touch there, but even though he took it away from Captain, he still dribbled it upfield. At least it didn't lead to disaster. This could, though. Captain will prevent the final shot. And right now, with this kind of a game how it's going, all Execute Academy have to do is hold on. Time. Now, heading into the final 30 seconds. Execute Academy, if they score again, that surely will be the end of this game and the end of the series with it. But Soul Thieves, they still could get some chances. And Ryza, pass flip out. He has no boost. And again, through Ender. Execute Academy. Give it away immediately. Sovok, pass Captain. Flip out to answer back, and Ryza saves. Final 10 seconds. Soul Thieves need to bring it the entire length of the field. Will they even get the chance? Here it is, Sovok. And he hits it away. Flip out. Up. Ender just needs to ground it. Soul Thieves won't get to it. Execute Academy. 3-1. We'll win this series. They brought in Ender midway through this season, and already he's made his impact. It wasn't strong, though. This was not a performance that will be, that Execute Academy can play every single week if they want to be that top-tier team, but this is definitely a performance that they can play for this matchup at least. A win's a win in the end. As Execute Academy, your winners here for tonight. Soul Thieves. And yeah, as you saw both at the end, I think that sums it up perfectly. They had chances. Both these teams had chances to really take over the series. Neither of them took it. It really was kind of a stalemate. No team really taking a big push over the other. But Execute Academy, especially off of the incredible result at the end of Game 1, their captain, that clutch goal, that really set in motion what the rest of the series was going to be like. As it looks like it's going to be Flip out here with us. Hello, Ender. And hello there, Flip out. What a series. This one not nearly as scary as the last one you had on this stream.
No, not this was much nicer as a player to experience than the Game 5 overtime.
Yeah, of course. And I think the big thing everybody's going to be talking about, changes, roster moves. You've added a new player. You've added Ender, and you can see you've replaced Ruby for this matchup. Take me through the thought process behind that, because Ender came in and, you know, again, for this roster at the very start of the season, it felt like nothing was going to change, but obviously things have not gone your way. Just trying to shake things up, I'm sure, as Ender comes in, and he's made his impact for this series. Definitely an interesting thing, especially with the Radiance Gold players coming back together. You're on Radiance Gold with Ender, and now you guys are on the same team again. How does it feel?
Well, it feels good. So when we started the season, it was just me, Cap, and Ruby the entire time. That was gonna be what was it set, and then maybe about soon after week 1 ended, Cap told us that he actually just wouldn't be here at all for the playoffs, just at all. Like the entire month of May is going to be gone, and that's our playoff month. So we've been looking for a sub the entire time, and then week 1 was rough but not super bad. Week 2 was good. Week 2 was very good actually. Week 3 last week was really bad. We lost 3-1. I mean, to a great team. Don't get me wrong, but we did not want to lose that game. And so we've been looking for a sub the entire time. Couldn't find anyone we really liked. And then we kind of heard that Radiance Gold was going to be kind of disbanding, and we said, Ender's on that team, and I've teamed with Ender, and he is a fantastic player. So we will just stick with Ender. And then Cap said that just for the we discussed it for a little bit, and then we decided that since Cap was going to be gone for all of the playoffs, and also I think next week and the week after he's going to be gone. So we decided that it would be best for Cap to just move to a more substitute position and have me, Ender, and Ruby be the front runners. And then we scrimmed with me, Ender, and Ruby, and we went about. I think we went out even in our scrims, and we were feeling really good. And this morning, Ruby got like the worst case of the flu anyone's ever seen.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We
I
had never
remember.
actually
I remember him
scrimmed
telling
between us.
me that like he is super sick, that he had the flu. I remember that. Again,
Yeah.
that probably was a big factor into why Captain is playing in this matchup. And to be fair, for a person who is not going to be able to play in the playoffs, he played extremely well. I think he might have been. I'm going to say this. I think he was the MVP of the series, especially
I
in Game
agree.
One. He played like he meant it. It really. You could tell how much the series meant to him and for the team entirely. You guys are 1-2 now, an even record. Again, I hate to say this. The first half of your season has been horrendous, but
Agreed.
second half of the season, I mean, we're not even done the first half, but by the end
Things
of
are
the first,
looking up.
yeah, things are looking better for you guys. Again, this is a team that you guys really needed to win. You really need to win this matchup. Both these teams needed wins with how badly their seasons have started out. You really do need to get some wins here because you guys want to be a top tier contender. You're predicted to be the best team overall, and you have not proven that. But now that you're outside of that top 5, now that you're really like looking at yourselves more thoroughly, asking yourself the true questions of what can we do to be competitive, to keep getting better. I think you guys are starting to make those changes. Tell me about that, because like something in the middle of the season, something has kind of kicked you guys into really analyzing yourselves more. Because at the start of the season, you guys were confident, maybe a bit blindly confident, but now it seems like you guys have a better understanding of where you truly are in this group of all-star teams.
I think the big thing is when we were like preseason, we were scrimming a lot, and then maybe a week before season started, we kind of cut back on scrims a little bit, cut back on training. We just didn't have enough time, quite frankly. And then we lost to Unknown Wraith, which was a really rough series, and it didn't really like whip us into shape or anything because we were just thinking, we lost to one of the best teams. Like I had played Blur before, and he absolutely decimated me every single time I played him. So we kind of knew that was going to be a tough week one. And then we beat Radiant's Phantoms, so we were like, maybe we don't need to change anything. We can just keep coasting. And then we got basically like our eyes open with that loss to Dream Station Gold because we had been beating them in scrims, and I know how they play, and we felt very confident going into that matchup. So losing that really, really, opened our eyes. So then we added Ender, and we scrimmed a few times this week. Not yesterday or two. This is actually my first time playing the game since Tuesday. I had a little bit of a mental break for school and stuff, which always helps me. But I think the big thing is we just need to get back to playing how we were playing in the preseason. I mean, we were. It's not just me who does the power rankings. It's a group of players and admins and mods, and the players all had us in the top 3 as well. Like we weren't. I wasn't just being cocky when we were the #1 power rankings. We were looking absolutely unbeatable before the season started, and it didn't translate. And now we realize, okay, let's just go back to doing the thing that we were doing before the season started.
Exactly. I think you need to prove something here to all the people out there, because the people are going to discredit you guys if you guys keep, having this bad start. And again, it's about coming back. You guys are going to have to catch up here. It's a bit of a game of catch up here with some of these other teams, but
Yeah.
with how things are looking, again, they're looking up in this series. Still not perfect, still not amazing in my opinion, but
Agreed.
you guys are. Again, I think you guys are starting to understand more truthfully about yourselves what you need to do. And that's an invaluable skill. That's a skill you need. Next week, you play Striker New Jersey.
Yep.
One of the best
I'm
names
very
in the
excited
league.
for that.
The problem
Did you
is,
see the car I was using? The car I was using? I'm using the
Actually
distressed
did-
denim decal. I call it the Joctane.
I actually didn't even notice that.
It's the jeans decal. It's the Joctane.
Nice. Again, you get to play Striker New Jersey. Again, great name, not great season. They're currently 0-4. But
Really? I
saying
didn't know
that,
that.
they've had to play some tough teams. They have to play Ethics, 100x35 White, 100x35 Red, and Invicta. They have had a very difficult schedule so far.
That's a
They have-
very tough
Those are some very good teams. I've seen a lot of those teams. I've seen all those teams against by 100x35 Red. They had the game 5 against 100x35 White, who are currently undefeated. So you can't underestimate these guys. They really don't deserve to be 0-4, and they will give everything they have what are you guys going to do to prepare? Because again, you talked about it, getting some scrims. Are you going to continue this kind of routine? Because I think for you guys, I think it's going to be an obvious answer. I think you're going to say yes to this, but are you going to continue this routine in preparation for these next series to come?
I think scrims is going to be a good thing, but I think honestly, I think the biggest thing right now is just keeping the mental in check. I mean, as we said, it's just been a little. It hasn't been the start season we wanted, and there was, along with the roster moves, there always comes the discussion of, the overall team mental, overall just team how we want to play, what we want to do with our time together, and all that stuff. And I think the big thing is we just need to we need to just have faith in each other. And I think today me, Cap, and Ender have never played with each other. Like the three of us, we've never played as a trio before in our lives, and we didn't have any warm up today because Cap was like exhausted, and we just went in and we had full 100% faith in each other. And I think the results spoke for themselves. I think that was a fantastic series, especially Ender and Cap. And I don't think I played great, but I think I played better than I did last week for sure.
You guys made some adjustments, adding in some demos, adding in some extra plays. You went for the demos in game 2. It made sense as well with the shooting not being at the level that I know you guys wanted to be at. It was definitely a rough series, but you get the win. That's all that matters. You have time to prepare for your series next week against Striker. Again, big win. Do you have any final statements here? Anything that you want to say to Striker? Anything you want to say to the stream? People are listening right now. Is there anything you want to say?
Shout out to my teammates and my org owner, Survivor. It's been I guess the word is tumultuous. It's been an eventful first 4 weeks of the season, and I'm very glad that we stuck together. We haven't abandoned everything after the first red flag, and I'm just really proud of this team and how far we've come. Shout out to Striker Esports because it could go either way next week. And when we played Timmy B Wears Jorts in the OUG tournament the other day, we got absolutely cooked. But also, I think that was a much better roster that was like a super team from Striker, and I don't think we're playing that caliber of roster. So I'm gonna be studying their gameplay as much as I can, and I am very excited to see if we can take another win next week and put ourselves probably not in the top 4. I think we're in a playoff spot right now, but
you're currently in the top 12. You were sitting actually at number 12 right before the series started.
So in theory, that should be higher now. I'd like to put myself into that top 4 by the end of the season, but I think that's going to take a few good weeks of results. I know we have a forfeit in week 6, which will help, but we need to win next week. I think that's the way I look at it. The next week's going to be a big signal of whether we need to reevaluate everything again, or if we can just keep going the way we're going.
Well, we'll definitely find again. Of course, again, we'll see that answer next week. Again, thank you so much for joining Flip Out. I always love the insight here.
Sorry, I realize I talk so fast after a game because my heart rate's like elevated.
You're talking to me. Taquito literally.
Yeah, I figured you'd understand of all people.
Taquito nicknames me the auctioneer, so it's fine.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
So it's fine.
Fun. I'm glad he's back to casting too.
Yeah, I'm actually happy that Taquito's going to be back. Yeah, again.
You're so long we'll take 3s though. I promise.
It's all right. Again, I would love to see Taquito as well back in these leagues. It'll only be a matter of time, though, before he gets back to his usual schedule, and we get to see the amazing personality that is Taquito back on live. But again, thank you so much for joining in for the interview. Congratulations on your win once again. It was a rough match. Your season has been rough overall, but you guys have so much time to prepare, so much time to get ready for your next series that with the work ethic that I know you guys can bring in, you guys could very easily elevate your skills very quickly. Again, congratulations to your win. Have an amazing rest of your night.
Yeah, thank you, man. Have a great night.
And that was it for tonight, everybody. We were just chatting with the Flip Out there, one of the players of the team. Let's go and show some support here to another caster. Thank you all so much for joining. That was it for tonight. I do have another match planned for tomorrow. Probably a couple matches, actually. Pay attention to Twitter, SportyFCRL, for all updates. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing rest of your night.